Hello everyone, and welcome to the dark part of the forest. Here is the police box, and I am going to show you the sheer difference in my flashlight. So, if you can see now, pretty much this flashlight covers every parameter that I would want to use. And let's say, for instance, you're walking along this dark path and you see something. Let's say you see something deep in those woods, far out there, right? And you want to see it. Well, there you go. Kind of makes my flashlight look like the Windows logo, but it works perfectly and does exactly what it needs to do. Now, personally, I've been along this path before, and I just gotta say, this bridge is really dangerous. So, when I say I understand why this is up, I truthfully do understand why this is up. Now, before, when I came along to this bridge, there were kind of holes in the bridge, and you had to be really careful with a flashlight. Make sure you didn't trip, fall, or anything. I mean, it wouldn't be too far down, right? But still, don't want to get stuck or anything with pretty much no one else out here. No one to hear your screams, no one to hear your pleas for help, which is honestly quite scary to think about. But let's not think about that. Let's think about the fact that we are turning around and heading back the other way. Now, there are some other little creatures and critters and things that are hiding among these woods that probably will not show their faces no matter what happens. But that's only wishful thinking. They possibly could. We could see some raccoons, some other things, some little friendly creatures, or something even more dangerous. Hopefully, we do not discover more dangerous things today. Now, this is a really cool bench right up in here. And I will show you why it's really cool. Because see here, you are just surrounded by trees. And you turn off the lights, and there goes your vision, pretty much gone. Now, turning it back on, we're gonna head over this way. This way is actually the way that I came in from. And it is also pretty much your only way out, considering that everything else is, well, barricaded. Not really barricaded, but I couldn't find a better word to really describe it. Just that red tape and everything else around it, trying to keep you out, trying to keep caution at its finest. Now, right over this bridge, there is a stream here. And I'm not sure if you can hear it, but the lovely trickling sounds of the water. Just the difference between one side to the other. Now, let me zoom in real quick. Right in there, in that little region, there's a branch that is touching the ground, which I quite firmly believe is the reason why I'm hearing that trickling noise and occasionally hearing some bloops and blops and everything else that water makes. Now, personally, I love the woods. I love it at night, I love it in the morning, love it in the evening, love it at every time. Except when it's, well, wet and really cold. Right now it's kind of cold. Enough that, well, if I were to do this, you can see my breath. And honestly, not too bad. Don't really know how cold it is out here, nor do I really care, since it's not like it's gonna be giving me frostbitten fingers or anything like that. It's just cold enough to put on a nice jacket. Now, traveling over the mound of gravel. I guess that's what I'd call it. Really not sure. I kind of like calling it the mound of gravel, mainly because it's always a travel destination whenever you want to get over and out of this forest. Now, right here, there's some water. So, what are we gonna do? Go around, because we don't want any of that. A little mud is okay. A lot of mud does not make my day. In fact, it makes it a lot worse. So I'd much rather avoid it. Now, walking up here, we get to one of my favorite things. A labyrinth. Now, I don't know if my phone was kind of bugging out there, but it's kind of doing something weird with the light. But I personally really love this rock right here. And, anyways, to end off the video, look at that beautiful moon, turn our lights off, and release every annoying emotion that you have ever wanted to release.